Hello, Colas. Welcome back to Viva Barca and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on some interesting updates. We start with this transfer report claiming that Xavi Hernandez prioritizes two signings for Barcelona before the 2023-24 season kicks off. We are going to be discussing on that as we move ahead. Secondly, talking about right back Sergio Dest as Barca are close to terminating the player's contract as Xavi isn't impressed. We are also going to be discussing more on that. So guys, as we get right into the full stories, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel. If you haven't, turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch right up to the very end. After a terrific win against Real Madrid in their pre-season clash, Barcelona have taken another step closer to identifying their strengths and weaknesses ahead of the new season. According to a new report from Sport, the club will look to emphasize the signing of a right back as the main priority, followed by the arrival of an attacking midfielder later on in the window. So talking about Ivan Fresneda for the right back position, the Real Valladolid fullback has been constantly linked to a Barcelona move since the beginning of this window, as the club staff are really impressed by his technical ability. The report states that Barcelona will look to incorporate Fresneda as soon as possible, given that they do not believe Sergio Dest or Sergio Roberto are at the level required to feature regularly as the first choice right back. The young Spaniard has a release clause of 20 million euros, but Barcelona are trying to lower that price tag in order to make the operation slightly more viable. It also seems as though Fresneda has been keen on a move to Barcelona, which could speed up the process. So let's talk about potential attacking midfield options. Why this is reportedly a concern for later in August, here are a few options Barcelona could explore to reinforce the midfield. Ideally, the exciting talents of Fermin Lopez may now step in as another La Masia gem that can strengthen the team without having to spend. So talking about Bernardo Silva, while he is the unlikeliest of the signings, Bernardo would be the highly quality reinforcement Barcelona could dream of. However, it will all hinge on whether the club can finalize a few departures and the planned cash injections go through before they can even think of signing the Manchester City man. Talking about Alberto Moliero, the 19-year-old from Las Palmas, has been turning heads with his performances in the Segunda and could be a fantastic, relatively reasonable option for the Catalans to bring in as an attacking midfielder. He has been linked with Barcelona in the past, and an operation to bring him in could cost somewhere between 25 to 30 million euros. Talking about Rafael Vega, a slightly older option, the Palmeiras midfielder had been linked with a move to the Blaugrana and could be a low-cost alternative for the club as well, valued at around 15 million euros. Vega has been a key part of the team in an era of wonderful success of Palmeiras, bringing in a bundle of creativity to the middle of the pitch to facilitate ball progression. Of course, Barcelona are still planning for a successful summer because honestly, I can't say it is a successful summer the way we wanted because we have not strengthened all the positions yet. Xavi is still aspiring for more, which is not easy. We have brought in the likes of Ilkay Gundogan in the middle of the park, as well as we have brought in GM Aurelio Romeo, who did fantastically well against Real Madrid 2 nights ago. And of course, we have brought in Inigo Martinez, free agent from Athletic Club Bilbao. Of course, he has not been featured because of some discomforts. Then we have also bought Vitor Roque. For Vitor Roque's case, he will come probably next year because of financial issues of registration. So as it stands right now, Barcelona still need a right back. Then they need another midfielder. And of course, possibly another winger, especially as Ousmane Dembele is likely to leave. Then moving on to the next story of discussion. Buoyed by a recent Terminated victory over Real Madrid, Barca are likely to step up the process of overhauling the team this summer. They have particularly identified three players that are likely to leave shortly after the club sanctioned the sale of Nico to Porto. Franquisi, Lenglet, Dest are the three players who have their days at Camp Nou limited, but it appears the club are facing obstacles in securing a sale for the latter. According to Javi Miguel, Barca are having difficulty finding a suitor for Dest. Not even one European club have yet to showcase the desire to sign the young right back so far this summer. Xavi had made the decision to include Dest in the pre-season tour to the US, but his value is decreasing with each passing game he plays. Dest has indeed struggled to win over the trust of Xavi. This has been reflected in the fact that the club are still looking for a new right back in the market. So as per Javi Miguel, Barcelona's patience with Dest is clearly running out with each passing day. If the current trend continues, the club could start to consider terminating the contract of the young right back. Dest's departure, after all, could go a long way in helping Barca balance the books. More importantly, it will help them make space in the defensive unit, especially as the club looks to sign a right back. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.